So I'd like to start by thanking every one of you once again for being present. You are the people that make up the Polished Speakers community, and I want to appreciate you in a very special way. Thank you. I know I've mentioned your names before, but I just want to say thank you once again. I also want to say something before we invite the evaluator, our ever committed evaluator in the person of J Guide. I call her J Guide, but her name is Emma Bon Essien. She is a certified leadership consultant or coach, and she is here as a professional evaluator who is going to evaluate each speaker on their delivery. And the second thing is that I want to also let you know if you're a first time speaker, you're only allowed to speak for 5 minutes. So make sure you time yourself. Like I do mention, if you have 5 minutes to speak, speak for less. If it's 4 minutes you spoke, it's okay. Don't do more than that so that we can have time to talk about your performance and feedback. All right. So that is exactly what I want to say to you speakers. And always be camera ready. Make sure that you set your camera in such a way that we capture your face, your mouth, your facial expression, your upper limb, all right? That way we can say, okay, this is what you're doing right and this is what you're not doing right. All right, thank you. So let me start by sharing on the importance of mastering storytelling. You all know that each time we start our Polish speakers community, I talk on one thing or the other. Last time we talked about personal branding. If you've not watched the last video, please do well to watch, especially if you did a delivery. That is, if you gave a speech that day, go and watch yourself. Have that courage because I learned that some of you don't like to watch yourself because you don't like, you're afraid to see mistakes. Well, how do we grow? If you don't check yourself out, if you don't go for feedback, if you don't scrutinize yourself, how would you improve? So I'd like to encourage you to watch your videos, watch other people's performance as well, so that you can learn from them what they did right. And if anybody emerges speaker of the day, try to find out what the person did right so that you can participate. Can you please mute your microphone? Can you mute your microphone? Thank you. All right. So you can better tell the person, oh, or learn from the person what the person did right so that you would put it same thing to work. All right. So before I move to that, I think I should allow Emma Bond to talk. Speak to them for 2 to 3 minutes. Tell them what you expect and what you are looking out for so that they can better embody it. Because there's no point speaking at the end of the day, you realize that you actually didn't put to work the things you learned. I think I will give Emma Bond that opportunity to speak to you before I talk about storytelling. Please, Emma Bond, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to have you all here, and it's my pleasure to be your evaluator for today. And as your evaluator, my role is to listen to you speak. At the end of the meeting, I'll tell you what you did well, and I will recommend what you need to work on in order to become a better speaker. There is nothing as powerful as when you own your voice. We're all here to learn from your perspective, so you don't have to bother about those nervous butterfly. We all have it. Don't bother about, faking or just not being yourself. You just have to own your voice. You have to be authentic. You have to just, say it as it is, and your aim of coming here. There are three things I want you to remember when you're speaking. Speak clearly, pause for impact, connect with your audience through eye contact. I wish you all the best of the moment. Own your voice, be authentic, and just do your best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that exquisite instruction. All right. I'd like to say that as a professional, or you're planning to be a professional public speaker, one of the things that you should learn to do is tell stories. Stories are quick ways to the people's heart, your audience heart. And if you really want to connect with them, tell stories, especially your personal stories. So some of you, may have to go back to the templates that I gave you. And there are also improved frameworks that would help you tell better stories. I'd like to tell you that you must take storytelling seriously. Is it techniques that help you connect with your audience? Don't ever say this one is not your thing. That's no, you will just go and teach them facts, facts, facts. Fact does not sell. Story are what sell. Stories are what sell. And personal stories are what connect with people. I cannot tell your personal story more than you do. So tell personal stories, things that resonate with you, things that resonate with your value. And let me tell you, when you tell story, don't just, it's not about giving us all the details. It's about painting your values in those stories that you're telling. That's why you must master the art of storytelling, okay? Please, I don't want to take much of your time. If you really want to learn about storytelling, DM me today, and I'm going to put you through. All right. It's something that a lot of people are coming to me for already, that they want to master storytelling, especially if you are in sales or you are in marketing and you have a product that you really want to sell, but you need this storytelling framework that will help you sell it within a short time. Then you should be talking to me. On that note, I'm going to read the profile of the first speaker. If you didn't send me your profile, sorry, I won't be reading yours. Okay. So the lineup of the speakers, I will be introducing them. The first speaker is Linda Onwazo. Linda, you might have to share your profile quickly with me. The second speaker is off, unavoidably present and absent due to family function. The third speaker for the day is Barrister Ogaga Agbatutu. And the third speaker And the fourth speaker today will be, or let me say third speaker because Kende is out. The third speaker would be Olaito Ifayin. And the fifth speaker, which is not the last, or let's see, the last speaker is Madam Foluke Makinde. Thank you. And I'm going to start by reading the profile of the first speaker, Linda. Linda, do we have your profile here? I think I should. Okay, okay. Linda, you didn't send your profile. I'm not sure I remember so many things about you. Okay, so let me go to, thank you. All right. Yes, usually she will send me a short one. So thank you. Linda Waza is a CEO of Pink Peaches. She is a wonderful wife, a mother, and a certified public accountant with a passion for speaking. Help me to welcome a star one speaker of the Polish speakers community, Mrs. Linda Onwazo. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, and a happy Mother's Day. It feels so amazing to be back here after a long hiatus. What drew me out tonight was the topic of this month's contest, If I Have a Second Chance. A second chance is an opportunity to refresh, to refocus, and to restart. How do I know this? Is because I got one. Come with me on a little journey while I attempt to compress my entire life into 5 short minutes. Growing up, I was anything but regular. I always graduated top of my class. I was a star athlete in track and field. I even competed in a beauty pageant and won.
Wow.
In my university yearbook, I was voted by my peers as most likely to succeed. So I was excited to graduate so I could go out and conquer the world. I graduated, but then temptation landed. Mine came in the form of tall, dark, and handsome. To ensure that fall would not be demure, it came with wealth. Before I could remember any grandiose plans of taking over the world, I was married, I was pregnant, and I was living on another continent. I had 4 more children in quick succession before a chance phone call from an old classmate from Nigeria jolted me out of La La Land. At the end of that phone conversation, it was apparent to me that I was in a dire situation. I was 7 years post-graduation at this point, with 5 young children, no career, and no personal identity. Time was running out, and I needed to have a second chance. To position myself for this sometimes rare opportunity, I developed a 3-step approach. In the first step, I had to take a step back from all the routines, all the responsibilities that were attached to me at that point. I went silent. I was listening for voices I hadn't heard from in a while. The academician, the star athlete. I knew they were not dead, but they were buried deep within me. And when I started listening, magically, I began to hear and I began to connect. This took me to step 2. I had to take an unbiased and critical look at my life in order to identify the exact problem. Remember, I did not have an unhappy life. I was just not fulfilled. To some looking from the outside, I might have even had the perfect life. After critically examining my life, I found out that if I was not somebody's wife, I was somebody's mother. So I had no personal identity. With this critical information, I swung into step 3, the action step. I went back to school, the Universiteit van Amsterdam, where I bagged a Master of Business Administration. This action helped me to land my first job at the Shell Oil Company in Den Haag, The Hague. Since coming back to Nigeria, I have founded my own company. Today, I am the CEO of Pink Peaches. I also play active golf and tennis at the prestigious Ikoyi Club. And my friend and mentor, Coach Karis, has helped me to capture that closet speaker that even I didn't know was still hiding inside of me. Now, I've told you what I did with my second chance. When you have yours, what will you do with it? Have a good rest of the evening.
Please put your hands together for this great delivery. Wow. 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 Thank you for that great and amazing presentation. Can you please mute your microphone? All right. I would like to invite Barrister Ogaga. I don't have your profile, so you will have to. I asked for your profile, you didn't send, but I know that he's a barrister and he's joining us all the way from where? Asaba. All right, Barrister, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ogaga Ogene Agbatutu. I'm a legal practitioner. I am a real estate consultant and an intellectual property expert. I practice law in Asaba. So we are here this evening for the speech, if I have a second chance. Now, let me begin with a simple question. Have you ever wished for a second chance, a do-over, a rewind button, a fresh start? Personally, I know I have. Maybe you gave up too soon. Maybe you did not appreciate what you had until it was gone. Or maybe you just made a mistake which you erase. You see, second chances are not just fixing what went wrong. They are about growth. They are about becoming wiser, stronger, more aware, and more determined. I'm Ogaga Ogene Agbatu, Esquire. I'm a legal practitioner, a real estate consultant, and intellectual property expert. And in the next 4 minutes, I'll be adjusting your views on the growth that comes with mistakes, which creates an opportunity for second chances. So what will I do if I had a second chance? If I had a second chance, I'll stop being afraid to fail. Growing up, many of us thought that failure is the end of the road. But here's the truth. Failure is not falling down. Failure is refusal to get back up. And all of you have so much strength. All of us, we all have so much strength in us than we realize. Now, let me give you a personal story. For some reasons, I was called to the Nigeria bar in the year 2014. And for some reasons, I could not make it with my mates in 2013 when I graduated from the university. When that happened, I thought that was the end of the world because I was watching all my friends advance to the Nigeria Law School. But I had a second chance in 2013 when I went to law school. And thankfully, I met the love of my life and we got married and we have 3 amazing kids today. I still believe if I had gone to law school with my mates at the first time, I wouldn't have met the person who I got married to. And that today, I think, is one of the best decisions of my life. I'll stop worrying so much about what other people think. I'll take that leap. I'll speak up in the room. I will raise my hand. I will audition. I would apply. I will start. I will try even if I was scared. If I had a second chance, I would love more openly. I would forgive faster, especially myself. You are often your harshest critic, but beating up yourself for yesterday won't build you a better tomorrow. If you have made a mistake, own it, learn from it, but don't live in it. In conclusion, here's my message to everyone here listening. Do not be afraid to begin again. Do not be afraid to dream bigger, try again, or start from scratch. Second chances are not weaknesses. They are your superpower. Every time you decide to do better, every time you decide to move forward despite fear, every time you rise after a fall, you are proving to the world, and more importantly to yourself, that your story isn't over. Thank you very much. And this is my take on second chances. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that amazing presentation. Wow. Please let's put our hands together for him. That is his first speech delivery in the polished speakers community. Isn't that amazing? Excellent. Thank you so much. The next speaker is Madam Olaitan, a barrister in the making as well. Madam Olaitan Ikpaye is, okay, she gave me a very long profile. Please, with your permission, allow me to shorten your profile. All right. Well done, barrister. All right. It's quite long. Olaito enrolled at the University of Lagos and obtained both bachelor's and master's degree in educational administration. She subsequently joined the Lagos State Ministry of Education and was assigned to Akoka Junior High School District IV or V, District 4, where she taught civic education and social studies. After 2 years and success in her promotion exam, Olaito was transferred to Educational District 4 exam unit. In 2015, her husband's appointment as Deputy Chief of Staff to the President necessitated the family's relocation to Abuja. Feeling a lack of purpose amidst her husband's busy office, Olaito took the opportunity to travel to London and pursue a law degree at the University of Birmingham. However, due to COVID pandemic and subsequent institutional shutdowns, she returned to Nigeria. Instead of continuing with Birmingham online classes, she enrolled in the law faculty of Bayes University, where she graduated with an LLB honorable degree in 2022. Currently, she has completed her LLM coursework at Bayes and bar final examination at the Nigerian Law School Bowari campus. Alaito is passionate about gender equality and the rights of women and children. She is married to Mr. Adiola Ikpaye, a politician, and together they are blessed with 3 boys. We can actually call her Mama Boys. Welcome to the platform. She's going to be speaking for the first time. Can we make welcome Madam Olaito Ikpaye? Over to you, Madam.
She's muted.
Madam, can you please unmute your microphone? You're muted. Yeah, unmute your microphone. Madam Olaito Ikpaye, can you unmute your microphone? I'm not sure she can hear me, and we've lost her. What? Madam Olaito, can you please unmute your microphone? Should we, after reading that profile, can you hear me? Please unmute your microphone.
She's still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, finally.
Yes.
How you scared me? Okay, I'm trying to.
Then go ahead now. We've lost her. We've lost her. What? Are we going to wait or we should move to the next speaker? Please, I would need your profile. Next speaker. I would need your profile. I thought you sent it earlier.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm the only one.
All right.
Life is unpredictable. Twist and turn can leave us yearning for a second chance. What will you do if you have a second chance? If given opportunity to rewrite your story, to review a program, or to make a decision. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Happy Mother's Day to all of us.
Yes, thank you.
And also, I will also introduce myself because Coach Charis did not introduce me as a barrier breaker. I break the barrier that hinders people from achieving their goals.
Excellent.
When I saw today's topic, if you have a second chance, it gladdened my heart because something terrible had happened to me. And I had already called Coach Charis to inform her that I would like to defer this public speaking and diction for management. And I'm sure all of you sitting here today would like to know what really happened to me. Are you ready?
Yes.
And pay attention. Do you know that having a second chance can be a powerful opportunity for all of us, for human beings generally, because it is an opportunity to enhance our growth, whether personal development or professional development. Even in academics, the growth of each one of us depends on what we think we can do for ourselves. I wrote my bar final exam in November 2024, and the result was delayed for over 5 solid months. We waited and waited, we waited. But on the 8th of April, the result was finally released. and I failed woefully. I cried bitterly as if it was going to be the end of the world. I informed my 85 years old active mother to inform her, and she also cried bitterly. My plan was to invite her to Abuja, where she can witness me and other aspiring lawyers in their wigs and gowns. But this, my plan was shattered because of my failure. I also planned to visit my dearest Oluwatobiloba's son, who has been in England all alone to himself. I've also failed to witness my children's convocation ceremony, both in Lagos and in London, just because I was fully prepared or concentrate for this law study. Failing bar final was not the really painful aspect of it, but a lot of things happened to me in the course of studying this law. And I remember when I was coming from law school Buhari campus, I had a very terrible accident that nearly consumed my life. My car was a write-off, and my victim suffered terribly. When I remember this incident, it saddens my heart and brings me pains. But with second chance that I have been able to be consoled by families and relatives that it is not the end of the world. But this pain is just partially, because whenever I remember, it still consumes me. But they made me realize that there's still life for me, because I have this opportunity to re-enroll again and prepare and write this exam again. Also, I was also meant to look back that many people have gone. And I remember immediately we finished the exam in November, dates of students were recorded in Buhari campus. Also, other campuses also recorded dates of students. But we all said it is inevitable because of number of students in those campuses. But with second chance that I have been able to overcome all this pain just because people say it is inevitable. I started reading my civil litigation, one of the 5 courses in law school, and my mind was open to a lot of things which I was not even aware when I was in law school. And one of them is a preliminary issue in Lagos State Magistrate Court. These are the things that I was not even aware of. So with this, I'm sure by the time I go back to write this exam, prepare for this exam, and re-enroll, I'm going to have it in an excellent way by the grace of God.
Amen.
But in my conclusion, a second chance will bring us opportunities, whether it is a chance to redo anything, rewrite exam, just like the one I want to do, rekindle relationship between our families, our friends, our colleagues in our various offices, as well as in schools, to rebrand ourselves. And I said to you, I'm Olaito, the barrier breaker, or to find another opportunity to excel. To me, and to each one of us in this house to rewrite our story, to learn from our previous mistakes, and create a better future. Coach Charis, what will you do if you're given opportunity to rewrite your story in a different way or to revive somebody? Giving a second chance to all of us is an opportunity for us to awake ourselves, to rewrite our story. Thank you very much. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you. That smile on your face is everything. Thank you so much for your delivery. This is our first time. Can we put our hands together for all these wonderful speakers? Yes, they're doing an amazing job. It's not easy to be your first, and this is great, I tell you. I want, yes, thank you so much for that appreciation. I'd like to invite the last speaker for today. Our last speaker is nobody but Madam Foluke Makinde. She is a seasoned professional with experience that cuts across strategic marketing communication, brand development and management, research, consulting, and banking with over 18 years of experience. She began her professional career in banking before joining several multinational companies where she helped revamp an entire brand portfolio and build brands from scratch to success with double-digit market share within few years of launch. Are we putting our hands together for that accomplishment? In the last 13 years, she has focused on managing top fast-moving consumer goods brands in Nigeria and West African markets. She currently heads the core categories in the capacity of marketing manager of a leading food company in Africa, Flour Mills of Nigeria, where she drives brand building for commercial success and profitability. She is a graduate of economics from the University of Ilorin and has an MBA from the prestigious Lagos Business School. She's also a chartered marketer and a member of a Chartered Institute of Marketing UK. She is passionate about personal finance education and growing business. Allow me to welcome our last speaker of the day, Madam Foluke Makinde. Over to you, ma'am. Where are you? Good to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. And happy Mother's Day to all the women here,
Thank
pulling
you.
both the strings of the professional life and also balancing it with motherhood.
Thank
It
you.
isn't an easy one, but I know we're all doing very well in this space.
Yes.
So for me today, I'll be theming my speech as if I have a second chance, I wouldn't chase perfection. I'll rather focus on bringing value to the table. As you all know, perfection is a moving target, and I chased it for years. But if I had a second chance, I wouldn't chase perfection. I would rather bring value to the table because trying to be perfect could be exhausting. It could be really exhausting, but understanding your balance, so understanding your value, it brings empowerment. And I've learned something in this life that when you wait or when you feel that things are not ready, life will not wait for you. And here's my story. While I was in secondary school, I was class captain for 5 years out of 6. I was responsible, committed, and by most standard, a natural choice for a school prefect or more so a head girl. But when the opportunity presented itself, I stepped back. Why? The perfectionist in me stepped in. I second guessed myself. I thought it was just okay to just be leading my classmates rather doing the big things. But the truth was deeper. I was afraid. Fear engulfed me, and I wouldn't live up to the image of being a perfect prefect. So I turned it down. I gave several excuses why it wouldn't happen. I can remember I gave a flimsy excuse to say, oh, I easily get tired. So I'm just comfortable doing those small things rather standing on the big stage. I gave several excuses. And when the list of the prefectship came in, it wasn't on. I smiled. I wasn't found on that list and I smiled. But quietly deep inside of me, I was beating myself up because I actually disqualified myself. Not because I couldn't lead, but because I was too focused on being the perfect person. I was assuming anything that would go wrong. But I realized that looking back today, I didn't miss that opportunity because I wasn't good enough. I missed it because I didn't see the value I was going to bring on board. I thought I could be the perfect person that I could lead. That was what perfectionism does. It paralyzes you with pressures. It places on you it places on you some undemanded standards that you cannot even meet. But leadership isn't about ticking the boxes, it's about showing up with your ideas, with your art and your commitments. And for me, this is where I was able to pull the second chance. When I got into the university, I gave myself the second chance. I allowed myself the second chance. I began leading. I began leading tutorials when it was not necessary. I pulled people together. I started a newscasting session in my team. I sang in the choir, I led songs. I was not afraid to step on stages any longer. And for once, I stopped trying to prove to be perfect. I started focusing on how to serve. Not more I showed up. The more I showed up, the more I grew. Not because I didn't have any flaws, but because I had given myself a chance to offer the value. Where there were moments I doubted myself, yes, of course, there was. I just stepped out to do those great things. But I reminded myself constantly progress over perfection. Showing up imperfectly was better than not showing up at all. I had to constantly speak to myself. Are those perfectionist nature still there? Yes, that sometimes it does show up. I can remember during one of my conversations with coach, I said, this perfectionist nature of mine, we must kill it. Yes, I understand it has its own positive, but constantly I'm fighting this battle and I'm constantly giving myself the second chance. And so today, I am not chasing perfection. I'm choosing to show up with my value. I'm choosing to show up with my voice. I'm choosing to show up with my story. I'm choosing to show up with my strength in every room, in every role, and in every opportunity. Because when you bring value, you make room. And when you stop trying to be the perfect person and finally become a powerful person, and I've chosen to be bold, chosen to be bold, and chosen to be bold. Thank you.
Yay, my Lord and my God. Thank you, everyone. Please, can you put your hands together for this wonderful speech tonight from Felicia Makinde? This one is somebody saying good content today. The truth is that everybody came with a perspective. Everyone. I think it's an open-ended perspective because it's so rich. I don't even know where to start from. Let me hear from the Coach Malbon. Are you going first or the the community members? I think the community members should go first. Please and please go to the chat room and choose. I don't know, you might have difficulty in choosing the speaker of the day. I tell you, because I'm already seeing that everyone had something to say. Oh my God. Can you please? So we're going to do something. I want us to choose our speaker of the day. Who is a speaker of the day? The first speaker of the day to you and the second speaker of the day. Because what I see here is going to be difficult to choose. So let me give you an opportunity to choose your first speaker.
Coach.
Yes. Coach? Yes. Imabon, you want to say something?
I want to give them a criteria. I want to give them a criteria they
All right,
can
please
use
go
to
ahead.
choose.
Go ahead.
Yes. So you're going to look at their content, their mode of presentation. You look at body language, such as eye contact, movement, facial expression, hand gestures. Yes, local variety. It's not about, just, giving a presentation. So there are certain things you have to look at. Vocal variety, the speaker's attitude, attributes. So, and what again? So I think that's just it. We should look at that criteria when you are voting for them.
Yes.
Their content, body language, vocal variety, speaker's attitude. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone, go ahead, go to the chat room and choose your speaker of the day. Please hurry up. The first speaker was who? I hope you remember the person's name. That's Linda Onwazo.
Yes.
The second speaker was?
Second speaker, Barrister Ogaga.
And the third speaker was?
Third speaker, Olaitang.
And the fifth and last speaker was Foluke. Everybody go to the chat room. Tell us what the person did right. Please, please, please. So Bisola said Barrister Olaito. So please, anybody you are choosing, first of all the speakers did an amazing job. Honestly, I must give it to you. Everyone, with an exception of none, did an amazing job. So please, I know you're going to find it difficult, but please follow the criteria that J-Guide, our evaluator, has just given to you, right? So Bisola said Olaiton. All right, Olaiton has 1 mark already. Let's go, please. You didn't tell us why you chose Olaiton, but please make sure everybody, as you choose, tell us what the person did right. Everyone, let's go. The last speaker, Ogaga said the last speaker. Okay, that's Foluke. Foluke 1. Let's go. Let's hurry up. Please, please. Let's hurry up. I'm looking forward to everybody's comments. Olufunsho, make sure you drop your comments. Janet, Sharon. Who is your speaker of the day and why? I'm waiting. Olaito 1, Foluke 1, please. Let's hurry up. I said it, so you might have difficulty in choosing, but just choose. J-Guide will do a final appraisal of everybody. Don't worry, we're not here to be perfect. Remember what the last speaker said. It's not about perfection. Polished Speakers community is to encourage you to stop hiding and start shining so they can get better and better. Remember what she said? If you don't show up, how do you plan to be a better person? So for me, there is a tie, Linda and the last speaker. Great presentation. So Sharon said Linda and the last speaker. So you're allowed to pick 2 speakers, okay? So I'm giving Linda 1 and I'm giving Foluke 1. All right, thank you, Sharon. Let's go. Who else? Hurry up, hurry up. Bisola said Foluke. That's her number 2 speaker. All right. Please, not more than 2. Let's go, let's go. Encourage them. They've all done an amazing job. So let's see. Let's go. Hey. Why are you taking time? Didn't you watch them do their delivery? Please. Even the speakers, you're supposed to pick, but not yourself. So please, look for someone who inspired you and pick. All right? Okay? But Bola Deniji said Linda was spot on. Her opening, content, closing, collabaya. So I will give Linda as the first speaker. Foluke will be my second speaker. It's her first time and she did a great job. I like that. So let me give Linda one. Foluke one. Foluke said Linda, okay. Excellent. So let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep it coming in. Let's keep it coming in. Let's keep it coming in. Please encourage this. That's why you are here. Okay, Janet said, Linda, great presentation and storytelling skills. Very engaging presentation. And she maintained eye contact. So Linda has one again. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm waiting for other people. Please, if you've not chosen your speaker of the day, go ahead. Often you are here. I want to hear from you. Tosin said, everyone came with their A game. Exactly. Exactly. So Linda and Foluke were engaging with good eye contact and gestures. Wow. All right. Linda, one. Foluke, one. Let's keep going. I sensed it. Everybody came with their A game. Exactly. All right. I'm waiting for Ofon. Ofon hasn't chosen yet. Madam Inumidu, please, so please make a choice so we can move quickly. Alaita, who is your speaker of the day? You have not chosen someone that inspired you. Just make a choice.
Myself.
Ma, you said?
Myself.
No, you're not allowed to choose yourself. In this speakers community, you're not allowed to choose yourself. There must be someone who inspired you with their delivery, just like someone else has picked you. That's how you pick someone else. All right, thank you. Olaita said for Luke. All right, thank you. Thank you. So I think everybody, just Olufunsho, you have not made a choice. Okay, I will hand over the microphone to J Guide to assess everyone professionally, and she's going to give everybody their marks. So with the marks she give to the ones that you have given to all the community members, we will know who the winner of the day is. And let me tell you, being the winner of the day is great. But what is greater is that you keep practicing, keep practicing. So whether you are not the winner or not, remember the secret to great public speaking is practice, not just winning a trophy. All right, thank you so much. J Guide, over to you.
Wow. Good evening once again. So I'm going to start with Linda, the speaker one. My recommendation is just for you to go back and reflect on it again and work on whatever I'm going to bring out for you to see about your speech. So that's for everyone. So speaker one, Linda, I know this is not your first time, have evaluated you before. And I must say that you did excellently well. I was struggling with recommendation. You had a strong opening, by defining what it means for us to have a second chance. Your facial impression was quite impressive. Yes, your facial expression was quite impressive. I was able to connect with you because you looked into the screen. So looking into the screen enables you to connect with your audience during virtual, when you are having any virtual presentation.
Thank you. Please.
You ended with a call to action. You
make sure
had
you're
a
listening to J Guide. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but every comment given to anyone is for everybody. Please take note of that. Thank you.
Yes, Exactly. It's not just for Linda. The evaluation is for everyone to learn from it. So it's just that we're using Linda as our sample for now. You had a constructive speech presentation. You know, your opening was strong. The body of your speech was quite okay. And you ended with a call to action being your conclusion. So you did fantastically well. I'm so impressed. And recommendation, I struggle with it, and I'm not sure I really have anything to recommend in your speech. Maybe next time, but for today, I'm just okay with your speech. So that's it. I'll give Linda 9/10.
Wow.
Let me keep one
Okay.
for myself. I'll give her 9/10.
Wow. We need to watch
So
that
our
speech
second
again.
speaker, Barrister, yes.
Ogaga.
Our second speaker, Barrister Ogaga. This is your first time presenting in Polish and Excel community. And I must say, you did very well. I like the way you shared your personal story. It made your speech very relatable and conversational. I like the aspect. I like your eye contact in some way, not totally, because I think your glasses prevented me from really seeing, but somehow I noticed that you were actually looking into the camera. So I like that aspect. But I have few recommendations for you. There was no need for you to tell us what you're here for, because you were introduced earlier on, and we all know the topic for today. So there was no need for you to tell us the topic and what we are here for. Again, you didn't connect so much with your audience, because not really because of the glasses, but I guess you were reading from a script. You were reading from a script, so that did not really give me that connection with you. So I will encourage you next time when you're giving a presentation like this online, it's better for you to practice, and own your speech. Even if you have your script by the side, but because you have practiced and you know what is there, it won't really be obvious that you are reading from it, or it won't even be obvious that you have your script by the side. In all, for even coming to give the presentation, I really appreciate, and you did well. Just take the few recommendations, and I look forward to evaluating you again. We're all here to learn. Even myself, I'm learning here. So please feel free to come back next month to give another speech. Thank you very much. The third speaker, I also understand this is your first time presenting
Did you
here.
score? I didn't get
Thank
the
you for
score
coming.
for Ogaga. What score?
Okay, I'll give him 6/10.
Okay. Let's go.
Third speaker Olaitan. Thank you for coming. This is your first time. Thank you for coming to share your perspective on having a second chance with us. Thank you for sharing your personal story. I like your body language. I like the way you connected with us. But I have few recommendations. My recommendation will be for you to try and write your speech in a constructive way. In a constructive way, you can just pick 2 or 3 things to talk about, and just write it constructively. That will enable your audience to understand and really get the message you're trying to pass across. Because when you're giving a presentation, it's not all about you, it's about the people you are talking to. We need to get a lesson from your presentation. So you don't have to talk about so much, just 2 or 3, and you elaborate on it will be okay. And there was no need for you to introduce yourself again. Once you've been introduced by the moderator, that's just okay. When you come in, it's just for you to start your presentation. I've talked about constructive writing of your speech. Yes, and your hand gesture was a bit too much. It was a bit too much, and it was kind of distracting. So next time, you have to be conscious of how you move your hand in order not to distract your audience. But in all, you did fantastically well. I love the way you presented your speech. Thank you very much. And I look forward to hearing from you again next month.
Haskell?
I'll give you
7.
7 over 10.
Thank you.
Last speaker. Speaker Foluke, thank you very much for coming. Thank you for taking that bold step to make this presentation. Thank you for sharing your personal story. You had a strong opening of your speech by sharing your own perspective on perfection. You shared your personal story that made your speech very relatable. Your eye contact was really connecting. It was really, really connecting. I have a very few recommendation, or I have a recommendation for you. Practice and own your speech. Practice and own your speech. Practice and own your speech. It gives you an edge over any other person that is reading from the script. When you practice over and over again, you own your speech. It won't really be obvious that you are, looking at your script. You own your message. So I recommend you always practice and practice before giving any presentation. Thank you very much, and I look forward to evaluating you again next month. I'll give Fuluke 8 over 10. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Okay, thank you, J Guide. What do we say to J Guide? We love you. Thank you so much for that excellent appraisal and review of everybody's delivery tonight. I really do appreciate the work you do at the Polish Speakers community. Now, I want to first especially thank all the speakers of tonight. You brought your A game to the speech contest tonight. Honestly, it was difficult to really select the speaker, but some persons will still have an edge. Not necessarily that you didn't do well, but because some persons did better. All right. And now the evaluator has showed you the things she was looking at for and why certain people did better than you. Please make sure to take this to heart and don't take it personal. We're here to learn. We're here to improve ourselves. We're here to get better. We're here to refine our speech. Every practice opportunity we are given. So we put our hands together for Barrister Ogaga, your first speech, and you did 6. So in other words, the community didn't give you a mark, but the evaluators deemed it fit to give you a mark. So out of everything, you got 6 out of 16. We put our hands together for you. Madam Olaiton, you got 8 out of 16. We put our hands together for you. That was a great delivery. It's your first time here. And one of the things that I loved so much was your smile and your camera, the way you position it. It is excellent. Well done. I really do appreciate you as a person. You are unrelenting. Well done. Now, for Luca being a first-time speaker, I really do appreciate you. You did a great and a fantastic job, like the evaluator had said, and you got 15 out of 16. Can we put our hands together for that? That is an amazing score. How? How did you get there? Well, let us also wait. It's how one speaker is in their midst. It's obvious. Linda Onwazo did also a fantastic job, and she's going away with 15 out of 16. See the tie I'm talking about? I said it, I preempted it. You see, I didn't give anybody a score, but based on what you gave and what the evaluator had given, we are having a tie. Can you please un unmute your microphone, turn on your video, and tell us what we can do for you tonight? You guys should better just give one speech each so that we can decide who the speaker of the day is. Otherwise, we'll let it go that way. Evaluator, what do you say to that? You're muted.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuluke is 8/10.
Yes. Yes. So let me show you what I
Okay,
did.
and Linda is 9/10, right?
Yes. The community gave Linda 6, while Foluke was given
Okay.
7. Yes. So that is why. So when you gave her 8 plus the other 7 is 15. When you gave Linda 9 plus the other 6, it is 15. So that's why we're having a tie. Did you see that? Please turn on your video and give us 1 minute speech each. Otherwise, it's your pictures that we're going to have as a tie. So please, someone should advise me because I don't really know. But I think this is a better way to go. Let's have them speak for 1 minute each. Did you count my vote? Yes, I did. I did. All your reports are on this side of the screen. So I did. I counted everybody's votes. Great. Yes, thank you. It's just that one person, Olufunsho, did not choose anybody. So I wondered why. So Olufunsho, who is your speaker of the day? Maybe you are the one that will help us.
Yes, let him be the deal breaker. Yeah.
Yes. Olufunsho, who is your speaker of the day? Can you please unmute your microphone? Olufunke or Linda, and why? Whatever choice you make, just tell us why. Who is your
Good
speaker
evening,
of the day?
everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
I did
evening.
choose because I'm not actively in.
Okay, yes, no problems. It's better you are truthful. Thank you so much. So let's have them turn on their video. Or what do you suggest? J Guide,
Coach Harris, can I say something?
please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I would suggest we can combine.
Oh, we can't hear you. It's kind of glitchy. It's kind of glitchy. Your line is not smooth. Can you come again?
The result from the evaluator and from those that voted. Now,
We didn't get your question.
I was asking a question.
Okay, you said
I was really suggesting
that.
Is there any possibility of us combining the score from the evaluator and the score from the voters?
Yes, that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we
And
did. And we're having a tie. Yes.
a tie.
Yes. That's what we did. Sharon said, let's have 2 winners for today, please. So are we going for 2 winners for today, or J Guide, what do you suggest? For me,
Let's go for 2 winners. Let's go for 2 winners. They deserve it.
All right. Imabo. J Guide, what do you suggest? Should we go for 2 winners for today? Or we should have them speak for 1 minute each? Just 1 minute to defend their score.
Votes.
Have them speak for 1 minute.
Okay, have them speak for 1 minute. Do we agree?
Madam Inumi too. You guys, I didn't hear you all of this time. Please, who is your speaker of the day? I guess the reason why they're not picking is because some of them came in late, so it's well understood. So they are saying we should have 2 winners. Let's have 2 winners.
Let's have 2 winners.
Wow. So we're going to have 2 winners on our platform today. Aya, unmute your microphone for Luke. How do you feel as a first-time speaker? I'm sorry, yes, again late. That's fine. Foluke, unmute your microphone and turn on your video. I'm sure that expression on your face. First of all, I want to congratulate you. I'm not sure you thought you could do this because the truth is you've been hiding. Look at your delivery. You just need to watch this video again. I was just staring at you like, is that you? Your points. Don't worry, we have a lot to talk about. So you've been hiding, it's time to shine. Tell me how you feel about your delivery today while we wait for Linda to wrap it up.
Okay, thank you once again. I'm excited. It just says when you put in the work, you get the result. And I must
Exactly.
also say thank you to Coach. I usually don't have your name, just calling you Coach is fine.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for all the hard work, all the evenings. So for me, it's taking it one day at a time. And one thing I've done in the last 4 weeks. Yes, I started my classes in December, but though I've missed some classes, some weeks, and all of that due to work pressures.
Mm.
But one thing I did in the last 4 weeks was to listen to all the videos and I took notes. So I just applied the same thing to what I was going to do today. And most importantly, I broke down, I had to arrange my speech. I did it into 4 buckets: the hook, the story, the realization, and then giving myself a second chance. So with that, I was able to give a structured speech. Those were the things I did.
And you
But it's
stopped
just
looking
doing
for
exactly
perfection.
what coach taught me.
When she came to class, she was looking for perfection. And perfection held her back for a long, long time. Today is not about being perfect, it's about delivering value. I loved the fact that you still say those words. It's about delivering value, and you did deliver value. Well done. I'm so proud of your delivery tonight. Now, let us welcome our star one speaker, Linda Owazo. Congratulations to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone, to the evaluator. I'm just happy. It was a good evening. So I'm happy with the outcome. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. I would like to invite, first of all, I want to thank every one of you for showing up because without you, we wouldn't have this course. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to all the speakers who were courageous enough to come on board. It's not easy to really be in the face of everyone delivering a speech, but you all came in your A game and we loved what we saw. I would love everyone to watch this video again. God bless you. You did an amazing job. I want to thank the evaluator once again for her commitment to the Polished Speakers community. I do not take it for granted. You are my number one. Thank you so much, ma'am. I love you so much. And I also want to welcome someone I respect so much, our pastor in our midst. She'll be praying for us and praying for all mothers in our midst as we celebrate Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Pastor Tony Inomidu Bakare. Please, can you please round off tonight and bless us? Thank you so much, ma.
Oh, thank you so much, Coach Karis. Thank you to all the speakers. Thank you for showing up. And indeed, I want to say thank you, Lord, for giving us a second chance and even to experience your love and your mercy and your grace. Thank you for this Mother's Day. Thank you for all of us on this call. Thank you for Coach Karis. Thank you for the amazing work she's doing. And Lord, we just declare your goodness, your mercy. We declare that in this season we will move forward. That's your word. You said your presence will go with us and you will give us rest. Even as we go forward this beautiful Sunday evening, we declare that we will enter into the fullness of your rest. We declare that it is well with us. We declare
Amen.
that all that we lay our hands upon this week, it will prosper. We ask that,
Amen.
Lord, you'll be unusually kind to all of us. And more
Amen.
than ever, our joy will be full. As mothers,
Amen.
we will never labor in vain. Our children will
Amen.
continue to fulfill their destiny, and all
Amen.
is well. We just want to say thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Almighty God, for the gift
Amen.
of life. Thank you for your goodness, your mercy. Thank you. We're just grateful. That's all we've just come to say tonight. That we could even gather this Sunday evening in spite of all the activities. We're saying thank you. And we declare that your goodness and your mercy will continue to follow us all the days